Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cloud and Data with Koshi. So today we are going to install Docker in Windows operating system. So how we can install Docker in Windows 10 operating system, that we are going to discuss in this video. So first we have to download the installer, Docker installer for Windows 10. For that, this is our official website. So you can go in this website and like it's a first page with the overview. You can get the Docker desktop overview and go this page, install Docker desktop on Windows. And you can search this by typing Docker desktop for Windows. So you can get it. Now you can see there is one download link for Docker desktop for Windows. So click this one. You can see uh, the Docker desktop installer is downloaded in the system. It takes 2 or 3 minutes. When it will be downloaded, then we can going to install. This is the exe file, and you can see the documentation, right? The system requirements, and initially they have two things they have provided. One is WSL2 backend, another is Hyper-V backend and Windows container. There is two configuration. So every step they have given, right? So double click Docker desktop installer.ext to run the installer. When prompted, ensure that use WSL2 instead of Hyper-V option on the configuration page. Everything they have given, the documentation page. Okay. Now I think that installer is ready. We just click over there. It's done. And just a minute. Yeah, it's done. Now click on that icon. You can see the Docker desktop installer. So anyone you can this same version, same thing. So you can click over there or you can click over here. Anything there is no any causes any problem. Just click and now one installer page is open. And I'm click yes and click on yes. So so you can see one dialog box appear where initializing that Docker desktop and verifying the packages. It takes 2 or 3 minutes to gather all the information and then we will be ready for installation. So previously I have installed the Docker desktop in my system. So that's why the step is coming. So existing installation is up to date. So that means I have already installed it. So same thing you have to follow. It will come, it will gather all the informations and then when it will be ready, you can close it. And you can see, go and click on CMD. Now, if I write Docker for verification, the Docker is running or not, the Docker is installed in my system or not. So Docker version. So you can see that Docker version is provided. That means Docker is installed in my system, in my Windows system. Okay. Now there is one more concept. If I write Docker version, and then we can see client and server, the both information they have provided. That means my client and server is ready. If it's not ready, then server details not provided. So this is the difference. If I will write Docker version, it only provides the client version. And if I write Docker version, not hyphen version, only version, then it will provide all the information, right? Client and server. So Docker desktop is installed and it will communicate through server. And if you go and click there, you can see one icon is coming, Docker. Now you can go and you can see that this window is appear, right? So I resume the Docker engine. I have already paused the Docker engine. Now I'm click the current state. So it provides me the backend details. Okay. So the containers, images, the volumes, everything that has been provided to me. Okay. So how we can create volume, all the things it given to us. So this pop-up box will come and Docker desktop, it will be showing in your status bar, and you can see the Docker desktop is running. You can also click and it will not showing because I already clicked. And you can also search Docker desktop over here. Click in the Docker desktop. And this prompt is right Docker desktop over here. Docker desktop app open and it's coming right. So Docker engine stop. Now if I go and run the command cmd Docker version, so it will only provide the client version, right? And now I'll write Docker version. It's showing one error and only provide the client information. What does it mean? It means the underlying stuff architecture they have used Linux distribution system, and currently the WSL and Docker daemon is not running. They have provided the error. So may you can face this kind of problem while installing the first time, and you can verify with that. If you will write Docker version and everything will be installed successfully in your system, then it will provide client and server both version details. And if you write docker hyphen hyphen version, it only provides the client version. Okay. So Docker desktop is running, but Docker daemon is not running. So what I have to do for that? To Docker, go over there, Docker desktop, open it, open again this window, Docker desktop. The you can see in the front, the client side, the architecture is given, right? Now you can see starting Docker engine, and at the same time, if you will write Docker version, it will take some time because it's running. It's not provide the information quickly, right? Because it's running. You can see the Docker engine is the underlying technology that runs container. So starting the Docker engine, it's mean it provisioning, right? It can calculate the space and is trying to ready the Docker engine. When it will be ready, you can get all the information. So that is the basic, that is the difference, and at the same time, that will be an interview question. So what is the difference between Docker hyphen hyphen version and Docker version? So if your backend is not ready, then Docker version will not provided all the information. Only you can see only client information they have provided, not the server information, right? So when it will be ready, the starting Docker engine. So it is starting. When Docker engine start is ready, and then it will provide the information. And you can see that now it's ready. Client and server, both information they have provided. So where it is running, client, everything they have provided, right? Now go there. Yes. Now you can see it's done. It's starting. It's already provide the containers. Means this page, right? You can all the things they have provided. That this is client, not client. This is the server, Docker demo, Docker server information. Okay. You can also sign in with the Docker app. You can also sign in the Docker desktop. You can also upgrade the plans if you wish to upgrade. And then you can see this small Docker icon is coming. That means it's running. You can right click and you can see various settings and information they have provided about Docker desktop. You can see the extension, Docker hub, documentation. So everything they have provided. So you can see the Docker desktop version, the engine, the compose, and all the details, right? They have provided. And that is also matched this thing, Docker version and server version both. So I hope everything I have covered for the installation of Windows 10, and make sure when you install that first time it may come some error, and I have used WSL to backend. So if WSL is not working properly in the first time installation, when you will be install first time, that may come some error. You can also check the WSL update. So it will communicate from the backend. In the front end, the client is there and the server they have used the Linux. We can see the architecture is Linux AMD 64 and in the front end they have Windows. So from that Windows we are we can communicate from the Docker. If this server is not up and running, then we cannot communicate. It will show error. We cannot run this. Now we cannot run other command like Docker PS, Docker images. We cannot run. We cannot pull the images also because server communication is required. So it may come some error when you install first time, but make sure that your server and client two version has been installed properly in your system. Right? So you can see WSL update. So checking for updates. If they are providing any error, anything, so it will prompt over here. We have to first step we have to go next, and then your installation will be done. So WSL update, it can check the updates. Okay, what the updates are required. If in the first time you may face some error, I told repeatedly or may not. Okay, as per the Docker official documentation, you can go and you can get every help over there. Okay, if you face any problem, then how we can overcome this problem. And until and unless it will not come, then your Docker is not showing, it's not running. So now Docker desktop is running. So this icon will come. Okay, we can pause. We can see the green mark is there. Docker desktop is running, and you can pause. You can restart whatever you want. So still it is checking. You can see that still it is checking. So please remember these two things. If anyone can ask what is the difference between Docker hyphen hyphen version and Docker version, we can provide the detailed information. Docker hyphen hyphen version only provides the client information, and Docker version will provide client and server both information. So everything is detailed manner they have provided, and they have you can also see the server Linux operating system is there, right? Okay, so that's for all. If you face any error, you can reach out to me and please subscribe my channel. I hope mm, I can provide all the necessary information and uh, for that how to install on Windows 10. So Docker is there, and you can see that the most recent version of Windows Subsystem for Linux. So Windows Subsystem for Linux is already installed. So underlying structure they have used Linux server and front-end is Windows, right? So that is run. You can run this command WSL hyphen hyphen update. It will automatically detect your Linux is installed or not, or what the next step you have to perform. If it is not installed, they have guided properly. So thanks for all, and please subscribe my channel. Please make your comments in the description in the comment box, and thank you. Stay tuned. Bye.